From being called the most perfect golf influencer out there to gaining quite a lot of followers on social media in such a short amount of time, Grace Karras is ready to dethrone the longtime standing golf influencer, Paige Spiranac. That's right, there's a new sheriff in Golf Town, and she's out for blood. Okay, let's back it up a bit. The war between Grace and Paige isn't that serious yet, but the younger influencer is getting there. But who is she? And is she a threat to Paige? Let me fill you in on the facts and you can decide for yourself.
Are you filming this?
Yeah. Just finished
Isn't
up.
it cute as shit?
Finished up the shoot.
Oh yeah. Got that OnlyFans content. Oh my gosh.
This seems like
best.
the way this looks right here looks like an intro to porn.
So who is Grace Karras really? If you think that this young influencer is just entering the scene, then you're wrong. She's been around for a while now, but no one thought that she stood a chance against Paige Spiranac until recently.
There are a lot of crazy gadgets that promise to make you a better golfer. I don't even know what this is.
But one name delivers on their promise: Club Champion. Because a custom club fitting can help any golfer level up.
Chris goes by your favorite golf girl on Instagram and is in her early 20s. She's managed to work her way up to 1.1 million followers. But hey, that's still a long way from the ultimate golf influencer, who's in the lead with 3.7 million followers. It seems like Grace wishes to be as huge as Paige one day, since everything she is doing right now is pretty much inspired by the older influencer. I guess she's cracked the code. Following her senior's footsteps is gonna take her further than she could have gone on her own. Grace regularly bedazzles fans with her posts on social media, much like Paige, but here's what makes them different. While both of them love to post photos with revealing clothing, Grace's content isn't as golf-related as Paige's. Now, there was a time when people would have said that she was just putting on a show. I wonder what they have to say about this younger influencer. Now, I don't mean that she posts nothing about golf, that's not the case. It's just that she likes to keep her Instagram for photos. TikTok is mostly used for recreating viral trends. And when it comes to posting golf-related content, well, YouTube's the right place for that. From the looks of it, her following on the streaming platform continues to grow. She's got over 500,000 followers there, and it sounds like she's got it all figured out. Oh, and did you know that she also has OnlyFans? Now, this is interesting since the older influencer is famously against this platform. Grace started blowing up on OnlyFans and is a star on that platform. I'm guessing that she gets a sizable income from there, but when Paige was asked to make an account there, she wasn't completely on board. Instead, she came up with a rather creative solution, which we now know as OnlyPaige. The website is used by the influencer for exclusive golfing tips and, of course, explicit content that is not accessible elsewhere. Coming back to our young influencer, it's clear that her recent success has made her pretty bold. And guess what? She's coming straight for Tiger Woods. You remember the Masters tournament where Tiger Woods was set to make his return to golf after his long break? While fans were just simply excited to catch a glimpse of the legend, Grace wanted a bit more. She posted a photo of herself wearing a traditional Masters white caddy jumpsuit. Of course, it had a Grace-like twist to it and showed more than caddy uniforms are supposed to. The young influencer took this as an opportunity to reach out to the 15 times major champion. She wrote, "Tiger Woods, I'm ready to caddy for the par 3 contest at the Masters tomorrow. If you're wondering if the seasoned golfer responded, well, then no. Why would he? It was a pretty bizarre request after all, but that didn't stop her fans from rooting for her. I'm wondering whether Woods would have responded if Paige had made that offer. That definitely would have been interesting, because she's got more followers than him. Speaking of her, does Grace have what it takes to dethrone the queen? The jury's still out on this one, but one thing that we know for sure is that she's not above imitating the queen. Do you remember Paige's viral photo from last year that had everyone going crazy? Yeah, I'm talking about the one in which she was wearing a green jacket with nothing underneath. Oh, well, this year Grace pulled a similar move. Actually, no, scratch that. She pulled the same move. In photos she uploaded before the much anticipated event, the young influencer copied the exact style of her predecessor. She wore the same green jacket with a green skirt. What's interesting is that fans caught on to that, and well, the reactions weren't all that kind afterward. One wrote, "When you have no good ideas, so you have to copy others to try to put yourself out there." Touché. But this isn't going to stop the young golfer from growing her online presence, and from the looks of it, she's doing quite well for herself. She posted a recent close-up of her swing, and let's just say that her outfit left pretty much nothing to the imagination. Funnily enough, she captioned the video, "My shirt matches the grass." Get this, the fans didn't even notice the grass. One of them asked, "There was grass in the video?" While another commented, "Good lord." Fans have also labeled her to be a goddess, and they even went as far as accusing her of making golf way too much fun. Now that's an interesting claim. It's safe to say that the young influencer's content continues to get crazier and crazier. Look at a recent post from Coachella, for example. Fans said that she was absolute perfection. Keeping these comments in mind, are we soon going to see an intense battle between Paige and Grace? I'm sure a lot of you think that it's slowly building up to that, but Paige claims that she's never gonna go all out, whether it's about lashing out at another influencer or kicking her content up a notch. In a recent question and answer session, the former player maintained that her content was always tasteful and that she'd never go since that was against everything she stood for. She claimed that while people might make all sorts of comments about her content, it was still something she'd be okay with in the coming 50 years. So maybe if she went all out, then she won't be satisfied with her career. Now that's admirable, because all these new influencers threaten to go the extra mile, and leaving her behind to breathe in their dust. Of course, there's a small chance that one day Grace will render Paige obsolete. If you take a look at the overall interest people are showing in this young influencer, then it's pretty much the same as Paige. That's right, their Google search numbers are almost neck to neck. This is bad news for the senior social media personality, and that's not all. While her content might not be all golf, fans can see that she's dedicated to the sport. Did you know that she was catching up on golf during Coachella? Yep, while others were enjoying the Porter set, she was looking at her phone and watching a golfing event. That's dedication, and a warning sign for her #1 competition. I bet you're wondering if Paige has anything to say to Grace. After all, her position as a golf influencer has never been challenged like this. And guess what? She does have something to say. The 30-year-old wants them to be original, rather than copying her every move. Of course, if you're trying to be as popular as someone else, you're gonna start copying their style and tricks. And Grace is not innocent when it comes to that. But hey, the older influencer isn't mad. According to her, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. So Paige is just happy that she's an inspiration to so many young influencers. She said that she values creativity and just wishes that people wouldn't blatantly copy her style. I guess she's hoping for a little bit of creativity on Grace's end. Maybe she'll figure it out as she moves ahead in her career. That remains to be seen though. On that note, it's a wrap on Paige Spiranac's top competition, Grace Karras.